talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it, to just do it.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from thing I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm on trip. Blick at my VIP. Snack my. One brick, one miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm a miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Just don't touch me. You're ugly.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Goff taking it right to the air. Stays in the pocket, isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating the sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, gone. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits him on the out route. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw from Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Goff on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Slot receiver headed left. 2nd and 13. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Man in motion here. Second and 6 now. That's complete to Dobbins. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's a win for the pass rush. And as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Quick throw, finds about right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFL. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On target to Dobbins. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Herbie Joseph up for the stop. Loves to throw again. Pass it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them the chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
They send a man in motion. Quick pass, right side, complete. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jacobs. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
When you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Packers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kim, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The Packers take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, they still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Gibbs. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get some late points and the lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Beats Texas on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Love from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Buys time, rolling right. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. But instead, it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Love throwing on 4th. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Complete out to the right. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Heads-up play from the linebacker there to take a short, innocent pass and just turn it into a major highlight for him and his guys.
And I know people are watching that going, how in the world the quarterback not see that linebacker?
Yeah.
But sometimes, Kate, your focus is so much on the safeties, the nickel, the corner. You just take for granted you can fit that ball in. And that linebacker said, not on my watch.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Fielded at the 7. And this the same as a touchback now, up to the 30 before going out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. That finds Jacobs complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Slot man motioned over. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To the air with Love. Rolling left, buying some time. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Putting a receiver in motion. Third and long. Here's Love. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Working quickly here.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Packers.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They stick with Jacobs. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ball at the 33 for first down. This time it's a passing play. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Love now to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Juke the defender. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Offense up to the line fast. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a fourth-quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. Goff trying again here after the pick. Chased out to his right. On the run. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now try Gibbs again. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions now trail by just a point in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the pistol, here's Love. He puts some air under it, deep down the middle. This is brought in at the 15. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a fourth-quarter lead. Gay with the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to take this return out of bounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Laporta with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw from Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 31. We reach the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions down by 7.
I can't believe what I watched.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paying for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal. Another one for Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th and goal.
Looking to throw it. Flush down out to his left. And he's tackled for a short gain. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stall the run out, and that's a safety.
Okay, you could just feel it, right? Right off the snap, you just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Put the body on the line for his two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Trying to push it deep downfield. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. One final shot here. Try and push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the visiting Pack.